Hey, 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 pool fans. This is Tyrell Datweiler with Hill Productions here at Silver Star Saloon in Vancouver, Washington for tour stop number 2 of the Northwest Women's Pool Association 2025 tour. We have got a B-side match between Linda Massey and Robin Adams here on the streaming table. This will be a race to 5, playing 10 ball on 7-foot diamond tables. Here's Robin one leg and ooh, makes several balls and scratches on the break. So Linda gonna start with ball in hand here. A little bit of a tough start. One and the two very close to each other here. The potential combo. She could lay up if she so chooses as well. I think there might be enough space that she could play the one off the 5 if she wanted to as well. Looking for the cue ball though. So just gonna assess. Look like she can. Took a look at the one off the 5, and it is gonna play the combo instead, I think. Gotta manage the cue and the one. The one's probably gonna track to the left here. Oh, well, that worked out really well. Cue ball kind of punched it back forward as it was coming out of the rail. Looks like maybe just enough room that that 7's not going to hamper the queuing here. She was cued really high there. Well, maybe the 7 was in her way enough that she felt that she needed to go forward. Couldn't get down on the ball enough, maybe? No, Robin, ball in hand here. 5 tables to contend, or 5 balls to contend with. Take a little angle, try and draw. Let's part way back across this table. Don't want to draw too much. Doesn't want to get too straight. Wants to keep a little bit of angle to slide back over for the 8 ball. Angle was maybe a little bit straighter than she wanted to. Had to punch that ball a little bit more, but hit it good. Got a good angle on the 8 now to for the same thing. Into the rail, back over for the 9. So she's going forward. It looked like she had to cheat the pocket going forward and bit her a little bit there. She was uncomfortable trying to draw it back for the 10 in that lower right corner. And a lag speed shot here, just cut it in. Cue ball back to the head rail and coming back to the right side of the 10 ball for the same pocket. Now she ran into it. gonna work out though. All right. She's gonna be okay. Linda going to draw first blood here. Shout out to Littman Lights, changing the way you see pool. Littman Lights, our official 2025 tour sponsor. Thank you to our stop sponsor, Rose City Billiards, BCA League in Portland, Gresham metro area. Contact Raquel if you're looking to play BCA in that area. Looking for a diamond table, Diamond Mine Northwest, diamond table distributor. Get a hold of John Scudder. Got a number there and a website. Appreciate them for being our sponsors, being our stop sponsors. Of course, shout out to Silver Star Saloon, our host venue and stop sponsor this weekend. We love that they had us back this year. They were our final tour stop last year, coming to the rescue after the unexpected closure of Legends Billiards. And yeah, what a cool venue. 20 diamond, 7-foot diamonds. Recently upgraded the two 9-foots they had, 2 diamonds as well. So great place here in Vancouver, Washington to come out and play some pool. And finally, thank you to Jam Up Apparel. Jam Up, the official apparel sponsor of the NWPA. In this morning's player meeting, they did announce that the NWPA store through Jam Up is now live. So WPA branded apparel through Jam Up now available for order. Look forward to checking out the designs and what they have. Ooh, a little bit of a clustered break here. The balls breaking off, and 5, 7, 9, and 10 all just kind of sitting there down by the rack. Looks like the 2 has a pretty tight window past the 3. Hard to tell. Yeah, that was tough. Pretty skinny if there was enough pocket. Rack has the feeling that it's going to take a minute. Very clustered. Probably going to be seeing some safety play here after this 2-ball. Although Linda looking offensive there, trying to go into that 3-ball. Going rail first here. Good hit. So the 3-8 looks playable now after Linda's attempt to go into it, her previous turn at the table. 3 also potentially looks like it could be played into the side if you can get into this little area between the 3, 8, and the other cluster of 5 balls. Now it looks like that's gonna. Well, it's kind of to the far side of the pocket. Gonna be going. Let's see if she ends up going into the balls or if ends up got this too thin. You're probably missing them going around the 8 ball between the rail. Looks like she's trying to dig into it a little bit, so she's definitely trying to get into them, but still managed to miss the 8 ball. Almost scratching. Let's try and go one rail, call the 8 ball maybe. Well, I think she'll be happy with that hit. Nice little safety from Robin. Rolling into the 5. Didn't stick it to it, but she has taken the natural kicking angle, it looks like. It looks like, well, I guess there is just enough room. I still think she has to spin it. Worked out on ball in hand. Yeah, for a second there, I thought she'd completely taken the option of one rail kicking into the 3. I think with a little spin, maybe a little softer kick, Linda could have gotten the hit there on the 3. So we'll see if Robin tries to put her on 2, or if she shoots this 3 ball all the way up and rolls up for the 4. All right, ball in hand to Linda here. Tight area to get in for the 5 ball. Well, I thought Robin signaled ball in hand, but Linda didn't pick it up, so. But I missed the shot, so maybe it wasn't ball in hand. Talking to Jesse, who was sitting in with me the previous match and a half. He's taking off for the day. Might be back tomorrow, so try and get somebody else to jump in the booth here at some point today. She's just not gonna get there. Measuring this out, 2-rail the corner, calling the 6 in the upper right. Oh, she's changed her mind. She's going 1-rail and call the lower left corner now. Just catching that 7 a little bit on the way in. Man, almost looks like the 610 is on, but I think the 9 is just a little bit in the way, hampering the angle that you'd have to create. Robin gonna have to go 1-rail at the 6 ball here. Voids the scratch. She's gonna have a long one on the 7. It's gonna light up. Think this is leaked though. That 7's gonna be fully out in the open for Linda. We should be able to make this and then shoot the 8 in the lower left. Just wants to stun this. Doesn't want to draw it because the Q's going to go into the 9 and send the 9 towards the bottom of the table. Oh, she drew it. I almost wanted like a stun run through where it's just almost a top shot. We'll push the 9 more towards the pocket. See if she lays up or goes in on this bank straight back at the pocket she's standing in behind. Looks like she's signaled safe here. Watch out for the scratch. Oof. Very close to danger there. Does have a shot into this bottom side pocket. Good. Kathy Mack in Robin's way. Robin just waiting for Kathy to shoot on table 19. All right, good shot from Robin. Evens this up at 1-all. Take a look at the tour schedule. Mentioned this is tour stop number 2. We're at Silver Star Saloon in Vancouver, Washington. About 29 days. We'll be popping off to Phil's Bar and Grill in Salem, Oregon. And then in middle of July, we'll hop on over to the Pocket in Boise, Idaho. And then we'll follow that up with Players Sports Bar in Kennewick in August. We'll take September off and then hop on up to Seattle for 9-foot table stop at Ox Billiards. And then finish the tour year off at Scratch Billiards in Fife, Washington at the beginning of December, where we'll also be having the season end awards banquet. If you haven't already and you're looking to play, go out to playnwpa.com and get registered. It's a $65 entry fee for non-members, $55 for members. The yearly membership is $55. That gets you priority registration, which means you can register for any of those stops at any time. The registration for non-members doesn't open up until, I believe, 3 weeks before each stop. There are some perks. Further, you collect, as a member, you get standing points for how you finish in each event, which go towards the end of the year standings, top finisher, and get factored into decisions like for awards that happen at the awards banquet, most improved player, rookie of the year, things like that. And as I mentioned in the last match, you don't have to be from the Pacific Northwest to play in these events. There's no, league affiliation or anything like that, or state affiliation. Anybody can play. If you're in the area of one of those stops at the time, get registered. Come out and compete.
So he said you're around it. Isn't even on a hot.
Well, cue ball lost to the drink there. So all the balls out in the open. Robin gonna have to navigate from this 2 to 3. Five wasn't there. She'd simply be able to just try and come back to the middle of the table, not worry too much. Think she's good. Just past that line into the wedge where she can see the 3 and pocket it. All right, so she's got to make a decision. She go up and try and run back down below the 6 ball? Or does she just try and come straight over to the side rail above the 6 ball? Yeah, and she opts to that. And I think that ball is just enough. Yeah, it's enough below the side pocket that she's didn't have to be straight on it. She could still have a little bit of angle without needing to worry about scratching in the side. Although I'd be careful drawing it here. Okay. I'm a little worried that like maybe she was trying to draw that ball at first. End up with a little bit of stem run through. Well, if the 9 passes the 10, no big deal. If it doesn't, this is kind of a tricksy little carom. May have made her life a little bit harder than it needed to be. Well, I'm still not quite sure which ball she just called. Couldn't quite hear her from where I'm sitting at the table. I think she's called the 10 ball. I think she's gonna try and carom. This carom's tricky because 9 throws in the rail. It kind of double kisses the ball away. So I'm just waiting for Kathy on this other table to move so they can spot that 10 ball back up.
Yeah, I just called her. I said, guess where I am? Oh, years ago. You know, like you go together. Oh, that's awesome. Jim, where is that damn?
Beware of the scratch here. Nice and soft.
Right away? Yeah, 5 minutes.
Well, bummer for Linda there. Gonna leave the duck of ducks for Robin. 10 ball sitting right in front of the pocket. Well, she doesn't do anything silly. All right, Robin gonna go up 2-1. If you don't already, you can follow the NWPA out on Instagram and Facebook. They also have a YouTube channel. Go follow, subscribe. Also, if you don't already and are watching the stream, go subscribe to my channel. Go hit the subscribe button, Hill Productions there. That will get you notifications if you choose to turn them on when I go live at each tour stop and any other one-off events that I stream. Also, please share the stream to your social media if you haven't already. Let people know we got this free stream that'll be running today and tomorrow. People can watch the largest regional tour in the US, the NWPA 2025 tour. All right, dry break. One goes to the lower right. There's a 110 to the lower right if you're feeling spicy. If you wanted to play safe, you could bank the one between the 10 and the 9 and try and stick it in that 9-8 cluster. Or bank it a little wider and try and send it to the side rail and leave the cue on the bottom rail. Oh my goodness, she just fluked that in. That's wild. Well, that is spicy. She missed it so bad that she came back and made it. Well, a little 10 ball voodoo there, and Robin quickly up 3-1. Might have to tell her to go buy a lottery ticket later. That was cool. All right, another dry break.
That way? That way? That way.
Well, see how much of the two ball she's got.
Still it is. This is a scare for healthy students.
I mean, you could see everything. Hey, is that a magnetic spot?
Yeah, there's a little window. Shoot the two. You go at the top rail. You can manage your speed and get right about, I'd say, dead center of the table. Should have a look at that three ball. Well, she tried to spin over into the big part of that wedge on the right side of the table there. I think maybe the spin altered the path of her object ball. Yeah. No combo here. That's tough. I can't tell if the pad prevents her from seeing the two ball. I don't think so. But she is shooting out of the pocket. Might be able to bank that past the 7. Stiff it. A little draw, a little speed. Oh. Well, maybe the point was in the way. I'm gonna assume it was. Ball in hand to Robin here. 4 ball looking like a bit of a problem here.
They were.
All right, ball's looking a little better now. Biggest thing to manage is to get out to have a look at the 7 ball from the 6. I can't tell how straight she is here. It's always dangerous trying to cheat the side pocket, especially with any sort of speed. So, okay, she was all right. Looks close, but I'm pretty sure she's got all of the 7 ball. Swing 3 rails back around for the 8 ball. Probably going forward again here. 2 rails out the 9. That'll work. Just want to stop this. Maybe pinch back like an inch if you need to. She let it go forward. And she's on the rail with an awkward cut.
Yeah, yeah. That's really good.
Oh, well, unfortunate for Linda there. Didn't quite get the stroke that she needed on the last ball. Ended up with a much tougher shot. And she's let Robin off the hook 2 racks in a row now. Need to shake it off, refocus. Yeah, it's a pretty big swing there. Just basically giving the last 2 10 balls away. And even though, race to 5, it's still not that long of a race. All right. Sorry. You mute up there for a second and talk to some folks hanging around the table here. Yeah. 2-8's a little awkward. Good job popping it. No. Looks like maybe an awkward 2-3 combo now. A little treetop by the 8. Yeah, done. Doing well. 2 very off angle combos in a row. Now she's got to contend with getting on the 4. For shooting the 4-9. Combos seem to be working for her. Yeah, she tried to force it. Let's try and stick her on the back of the 6. Well, she missed the stick, went past it. Good idea. Good try. I think she's calling the 9 ball in that. I think she's trying to carry him back into the 9. Well, an opportunity here for Robin to close this out. All the balls finally out in the open. Couple transition shots here. 6 to the 7. Make sure she leaves herself an angle to go from the 7 to the 9. Wants to keep going, keep going. Doesn't want to be straight. Make sure she doesn't scratch. She could play short side. Ooh, it's the bump awfully close to the 9 ball here. No. So, yep. Get into that ball a little bit so it doesn't scratch on the bottom right side here. Oh, how good she hit it. Oh. What a good effort from Robin there. That tough shot. She just overcut it a hair, got into that side rail a little bit. This table's a little sticky in the pockets too. Needs this ball to keep rolling. Need a little bit more roll there. Make this shot a little bit easier. A good shot. Also doing well to make sure she didn't scratch in that corner pocket back up there by where she was behind. Linda staying alive there. Mhm. Alright. Robin to break off here in our rack number 7. Cue ball down, 9 ball down. What's up, Angela? Hope you're doing all right. Angela Higgins, our president of the NWPA, unfortunately unable to make tour stop number 2. In the chat saying what's up. Right. Linda getting a nice open table here to start this rack. After, ooh. Art skipping a beat there a little bit. Not sure if that 2 ball was actually going to drop. Yeah. Yeah. Steep back on the 4 or the spicy 4-10 combo, which she didn't take much time, just pointing it out. Robin having to contend with shooting over the 7 ball. About all she's going to be able to do is roll this 4 ball in, I think. Yep. Pocket's playing a little tough if you're not playing center pocket. Well, Linda gonna take the 10 ball on again here. Ball's pretty tough over there on the side rail, so probably worth. Oh, wow. Ball rattles in the pocket and then rattles out of the way, letting the 5 ball through as opposed to knocking it in. You know, Robin has the option here. She doesn't have to shoot this if she doesn't want to. She could give it back to Linda. I think Robin was taking that on as kind of a free bank, thinking good opportunity to get safe. The bank was a little short, so that 6 has come back over. Played it a little bit longer, it'd probably be down on that bottom rail, maybe. Wants this to slow up. Play this back and forth with a little inside. Big bounce. She got it. Still got some work to do. Just gonna spin this in with a little low left. Not too heavy though. Just enough speed that you've got the bottom all the way to the 8 ball. And then outside to widen it out. Good shot. Held that ball real well. All right. Linda staying in this fight. Well, if you're interested in the bracket, that is out on digitalpool.com. You can search NWPA 2025. Tour stop number 2, exactly like that. And actually, just typing in NWPA, all caps 2025, probably be enough to get you this stop and the last stop on the top results. You can also scan that QR code. It's up on your watching on your TV. But yeah, and also our payout card for stop number 2 here. First place, looking at a cool grand plus the $35, $1,035. Not bad. All right, Linda breaking from the side rail here. What's that? Yeah. Tough look at the 1 here. A little bit short. Not sure if it's short, but she killed it, or if she needed a little outside to open it up. Hard to judge sometimes with the elevated camera angle. Yeah, follow this ball. Get out for the 2. Should just be able to roll the 2 ball in and shoot the 3 inside, although side come back underneath it, but the 10 ball I think is gonna, maybe she nudged it out of the way. It's close. That's the 4 ball over there on the right hand side, which is why she elected to come back down table. Yeah, it looks like the 10's in the way. I'm pretty sure she just pointed at the upper right, playing the bank shot here. Gonna leave it long though. Linda nearly thinning that 3 in. Good effort. Let's, be careful not to let this cue ball go into all this traffic. I think Robin's gonna go grab a jump cue here. Calling this lower right corner. Good hop. Overcut it a little bit. Might be a little bit of a free bank here for Linda. Just straight back at her. I think if she just played that pocket speed, could have put that cue ball right behind the 5. But I was thinking of a free bank there. 2-way. Undercut there from Robin.
The AC matching, you know, 28, ready to be called, we're gonna rattle them up.
All right. She managed her speed. She should have the 6 in the same pocket. Using the 8 as a stopper. Insurance there. Oh, no. No. Bit of a treble spot there.
No, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I wasn't. I didn't have anything important to do.
All right.
Julie, did you?
Big shot here. Getting the hit here is very important. Now she just needs a little bit of a roll. All right, back cut for Robin. Wants to just go to this left side rail and back over for the 8-ball. Preferably staying the left-hand side of the 8-ball or getting straight on it. Does not want to be to the right of the 8-ball because then your angle is kind of going underneath the 10 and the 9. Just needs to make sure not to let the cue ball go underneath the 10. Pretty good shot. She does pass the 10 ball, so it's not restricting her cueing. A little bit of a stun, maybe a stun run through. Nice. All right. Robin gonna get this one 5-3. We're gonna take a break for a minute while we wait for our next match to be assigned. It sounds like some A-side matches have just started back up, so we'll see what we get. Stay tuned. Be back in a minute.